Your soulmate received a sacred sign while dreaming of you, divine revelation from heaven. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment your eyes landed here was not random. This message is for you, and your heart needs this right now in a way that goes deeper than logic, deeper than coincidence, deeper than what you can explain with words. So take a breath and stay with me, because somewhere last night, while the world was quiet and the veil between realms was thin, your soulmate fell asleep thinking of you without even meaning to. And that's when heaven stepped in. Listen to this, because this wasn't an ordinary dream, it wasn't a replay of memories or imagination running wild, it was a sacred interruption, a divine message delivered in the only space where the soul can't hide, and in that dream, they felt you, not as an idea, not as a memory, but as a presence, warm, familiar, undeniable, and the moment they realized it was you, something shifted inside them. Don't scroll, because this matters, your heart needs this right now. They woke up with their chest tight, eyes heavy, emotions stirred in a way they couldn't shake, and they didn't even know why at first. Listen to this, because the universe doesn't visit people in dreams unless something real is happening, unless alignment is forming, unless truth is ready to rise, and that dream carried a message they couldn't ignore. Even if they tried, they saw signs woven into the dream, symbols they didn't fully understand but felt deeply, like light breaking through darkness, like hands reaching across distance, like a voice without sound saying, "This is the one." And when they woke up, the feeling didn't fade, it stayed, lingering in their body, in their thoughts, in their spirit. Don't scroll, because this is where it gets real. Your heart needs this right now. As soon as they checked the time, there it was, 11. 11 staring back at them, and they froze, because it felt like confirmation, like heaven saying, yes, pay attention. And throughout the day, the signs didn't stop. 222 on a receipt, 444 on a license plate, 555 popping up when they thought about reaching out to you. Listen to this, because angel numbers don't chase people for no reason. They appear when souls are waking up, when paths are aligning, when something sacred is unfolding behind the scenes, and your soulmate felt it. They felt the pull, the realization that what they've been feeling isn't fantasy, isn't nostalgia, isn't loneliness, it's recognition. Don't scroll, because this is the part your heart needs to hear. That dream showed them the truth they've been avoiding, the truth that you are not just someone from their past or someone they think about occasionally. You are the connection their soul has been circling back to, over and over, even when life tried to distract them, even when fear told them to stay silent. Listen to this, because in that dream, they saw what their life feels like without pretending, without running, without suppressing what's real, and it scared them and comforted them at the same time. They realized how deeply you matter, how much your energy has shaped them, softened them, changed them. Don't scroll, because this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now. They didn't wake up wanting to forget the dream. They woke up wanting to understand it, wanting to honor it, wanting to know why heaven would show them you now, at this moment. And as the day unfolded, they felt emotional in quiet moments, reflective, aware, like something old was ending and something new was beginning. Listen to this, because the universe doesn't send divine dreams without purpose, and this one was sent to awaken them, to prepare them, to bring them into alignment with what they already know deep down. That this connection is sacred, that it's not bound by time, distance, or fear. Don't scroll, because this is where the energy meets you. Your heart needs this right now. You may have felt it too, a sudden thought of them out of nowhere, a heaviness lifting, a calm settling in, a sense that something unseen is moving. That's because energy travels before words do, and the moment that dream happened, a thread was activated between you. Listen to this, because heaven speaks in layers, first through dreams, then through signs, then through emotion, and finally through action. And right now, you are in the awareness stage, the part where your soul recognizes what's happening even if your mind is still catching up. Don't scroll, because this dream wasn't about fantasy, it was about truth. It showed them who you are to them when all masks fall away, when fear has no voice, when the heart speaks freely, and what they saw was love that feels like home, like peace, like alignment. Your heart needs this right now. Because the universe chose this moment, chose you, chose them, to begin revealing what's been hidden, and this is only the beginning, because once a soul receives a message from heaven, it can't go back to sleep, and what comes next will feel gentle but powerful, subtle but undeniable. So stay open, stay grounded, don't chase, don't doubt, just listen, because this divine revelation was not sent to confuse you, it was sent to prepare you. And part 2 is where the meaning behind that dream starts to unfold in ways you won't be able to ignore. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what unfolded after that sacred dream is where everything deepened, and your heart needs this right now more than ever. This message is for you, and it's carrying the next layer of truth that's been moving quietly toward you, so stay with me and listen to this carefully. After your soulmate woke from that dream, they didn't brush it off, they couldn't, the feeling was too real, too steady, too different from anything they'd felt before. It wasn't emotional chaos, it was clarity, the kind that settles into your bones and changes how you see everything. Don't scroll, because this is important, your heart needs this right now. They sat there in the stillness, replaying fragments of the dream, not trying to decode symbols, but feeling the message behind it. Realizing the dream didn't come to entertain them, it came to wake them up. And as the day moved on, they noticed how their thoughts kept returning to you without effort, without longing, without confusion, just presence. Listen to this, because that's how divine alignment feels, not obsessive, not anxious, but calm and undeniable. And every time they tried to distract themselves, the universe gently pulled them back. A song on the radio with lyrics that mirrored what they felt, a conversation they overheard about timing and truth, another set of numbers lining up right when your name crossed their mind. Don't scroll, because signs repeat when lessons are ready to be integrated. Your heart needs this right now. They started realizing that the dream wasn't just about emotion, it was about responsibility, about what it means to honor a connection instead of avoiding it, and that realization didn't scare them. It grounded them. Listen to this, because grounding is what happens when fear loosens its grip. They began reflecting on how long they've known, deep down, that you mattered more than they admitted, how often they minimized the connection to make it feel safer, smaller, manageable, and how that strategy no longer works. Don't scroll, because growth changes the rules. Your heart needs this right now. They felt a quiet ache, not regret, but awareness. Awareness of moments where honesty would have felt right but fear stepped in instead, and rather than spiraling, they felt compassion for themselves, understanding that the delay wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Listen to this, because preparation always precedes revelation. The universe doesn't rush souls into truth before they can hold it, and now they can. Don't scroll, because this is where the energy shifts again. Your heart needs this right now. They began asking themselves different questions, not, what if this doesn't work, but, how do I show up with integrity, not, what will happen, but, what feels aligned, and those questions changed everything. Listen to this, because aligned questions lead to aligned action. They noticed their emotional reactions softening, less defensive, less reactive, more open, more present, and they realized that thinking of you no longer stirred confusion, it brought peace. Don't scroll, because peace is the sign your heart needs. This right now. They also sense that you might be feeling something too, not urgency, not anxiety, but a subtle calm, like a knowing settling in without explanation, and that mutual calm felt significant, like two frequencies quietly matching. Listen to this, because connection deepens when both sides are grounded. They stopped viewing the situation as something to solve and started seeing it as something to honor, one step at a time. Without forcing outcomes or timelines. Don't scroll. Because forcing breaks what patience protects. Your heart needs this right now. They realized the dream stripped away excuses, not harshly, but gently, showing them that silence had reached its limit, not because time ran out, but because growth arrived. Listen to this, because growth always asks for truth. They also became aware that the universe wasn't pushing them, it was supporting them, offering reassurance instead of pressure. And that distinction mattered. Don't scroll, because divine guidance never feels frantic. Your heart needs this right now. They noticed that imagining an honest conversation with you didn't create fear anymore, it created relief, like setting something down they'd been carrying too long. And that relief became a compass. Listen to this, because the body knows alignment before the mind does. They began preparing themselves emotionally, not for a specific outcome, but to be present, respectful, and clear, understanding that whatever your response may be, deserves to be met with acceptance. Don't scroll, because acceptance is love in action. Your heart needs this right now. They also reflected on your strength, the way you didn't chase or demand clarity, the way you continued living your life, honoring your boundaries, and that self-respect deepened their admiration. Listen to this, because grounded energy invites grounded connection. They realized that reaching out should come from this place of maturity, not from longing or fear, but from truth. Don't scroll, because truth moves differently. Your heart needs this right now. They've begun noticing that time feels different now, not slow, not rushed, but intentional, like the universe is creating space for the right moment rather than pushing one into existence. Listen to this, because timing guided by calm is alignment. They understand now that the dream was a turning point, not because it demanded immediate action, but because it removed inner resistance. And once resistance fades, movement becomes inevitable. Don't scroll, because inevitability doesn't mean urgency, it means clarity. Your heart needs this right now. They're no longer wondering if the connection is real, they're considering how to honor it responsibly, and that shift has changed how they see everything. Listen to this, because responsibility is love with roots. They feel steadier now, more confident in their ability to communicate honestly without destabilizing themselves or you, and that confidence feels earned. Don't scroll, because earned confidence lasts. Your heart needs this right now. They're aware that the dream activated something sacred, not to rush you together, but to align both of you internally before anything unfolds externally. Listen to this, because the universe builds foundations before it builds bridges, and right now, that foundation is settling into place, quietly, steadily, preparing the ground for what comes next. And part 3 is where the emotional truth behind that dream begins to edge closer to expression in ways that will feel natural, not forced, undeniable, but gentle. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what began as a dream has now unfolded into a living sequence of divine numbers, and your heart needs this right now more than you can put into words. This message is for you, and it's arriving because the universe has moved from symbolism into confirmation. So stay with me and listen to this carefully. After your soulmate processed the meaning of that sacred dream, something unmistakable started happening in their waking life. Numbers began appearing with such precision it stopped feeling coincidental, it felt orchestrated, and the first was 1111, not once, not twice, but repeatedly, showing up at moments when they thought of you, when they questioned the connection, when they sat quietly asking for clarity. Don't scroll, because 11 is the number of soul recognition, of mirrors aligning, of two paths waking up to each other at the same time, and every time they saw it, their chest tightened, not with fear, but with awareness, like a bell ringing inside them saying, "This is real, listen to this," because divine numbers don't shout, they confirm, and right after 11 came 222, appearing on receipts, clocks, license plates, even page numbers, and 222 carries the energy of balance, partnership, and union. It's the universe whispering that alignment is happening on both sides, even if neither of you has spoken yet. Don't scroll, because your heart needs this right now. They began realizing that the dream wasn't just a message, it was a trigger, activating a sequence that couldn't be stopped once it began, and when doubt tried to creep in, 444 appeared. Grounding them, reminding them they are protected, guided, supported, that what's unfolding isn't fragile, it's anchored. Listen to this, because 444 shows up when foundations are being built, when the universe is saying, "You're safe to trust this," and that sense of safety changed how they felt about everything. They stopped bracing for disappointment and started standing in trust. Don't scroll, because trust is the doorway. Your heart needs this right now. Then came 555, and this one landed differently, because 555 is the number of inevitable change, the kind that can't be postponed without discomfort, and seeing it made them realize that staying silent would now feel more painful than speaking honestly. Listen to this, because 555 doesn't force action, it announces transformation, and your soulmate felt it, the internal shift that says, something has to move. Don't scroll. Because movement doesn't always mean rushing, it means readiness. Your heart needs this right now. They noticed that whenever they imagined reaching out, 333 appeared, and 333 is the number of communication, expression, and emotional truth. It's the universe encouraging voice over silence, honesty over avoidance, and every time it showed up, they felt a nudge, gentle but persistent, like heaven saying, "Say what you know, listen to this," because divine numbers are a language. And your soulmate has been learning how to read it. They didn't become anxious, they became attentive, understanding that these signs weren't telling them what to do, but affirming who they've become. Don't scroll, because awareness changes everything. Your heart needs this right now, and here's the part that connects directly to you. While these numbers appeared for them, you may have noticed your own patterns, catching the clock at repeating times, feeling drawn to certain numbers without knowing why, sensing a strange calm instead of longing. That's because alignment works in parallel. Listen to this, because when two souls reach the same frequency independently, the universe starts reflecting it numerically. They began noticing 66 during moments of emotional balance, reminding them that harmony matters more than intensity, and 77 during moments of solitude, affirming spiritual growth and wisdom gained through patience. Don't scroll, because these numbers don't appear during chaos, they appear during integration. Your heart needs this right now. And then came 88, quietly, subtly, during moments when they felt gratitude instead of tension. 88 represents abundance, not just materially, but emotionally, signaling that this connection no longer drains them, it nourishes them. Listen to this, because Abundance follows alignment. They realized that the universe wasn't building toward a dramatic confession, it was building toward a sustainable truth, one that could be held without collapse. Don't scroll, because sustainability is sacred, your heart needs this right now. They also noticed 99, the number of completion, signaling the end of an old cycle, old fears, old patterns, old ways of relating that no longer fit who they are now, and seeing 99 made them understand that this chapter isn't about repeating the past, it's about honoring what was learned and moving forward differently. Listen to this, because completion is not loss, it's integration. They felt lighter after that realization, as if something heavy had finally been released. Don't scroll, because release creates space. Your heart needs this right now. And throughout all of this, the numbers didn't create urgency, they created calm, reassurance, steadiness. Because divine timing doesn't operate through anxiety, it operates through readiness, and your soulmate could feel that readiness settling into their body. Listen to this, because when the body relaxes instead of tightens at the thought of truth, alignment has been achieved. They stopped questioning whether the connection is mutual and started trusting that alignment doesn't need proof to exist. Don't scroll, because trust is quiet, your heart needs this right now. They also recognized that the universe had been exact, counting every step, every pause, every delay, ensuring that growth happened before expression, stability before movement, and that realization removed any remaining fear of being too late. Listen to this, because there is no lateness in divine timing, only precision. They understand now that these numbers are not commands, they are confirmations, telling them that whatever choice they make from this place of clarity will be supported. Don't scroll, because support changes how decisions feel. Your heart needs this right now. And here's the cliffhanger you need to hold gently. The numbers are beginning to appear less urgently now, less frequently, because signs shift when lessons are learned, and that shift indicates the next phase isn't about guidance, it's about embodiment, living from the truth that's already been recognized. Listen to this, because when signs soften, action naturally approaches. And part 4 is where the emotional truth behind these divine confirmations begins to move closer to expression. Not loudly, not suddenly, but in a way that feels inevitable, grounded, and real. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is where the energy shifts from signs into embodiment, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels steady, not overwhelming. This message is for you. And it's arriving because the universe has moved beyond hints and confirmations into integration. So stay with me and listen to this carefully. After the divine numbers repeated and softened, something subtle but powerful anchored itself inside your soulmate, a calm resolve that didn't rush, didn't doubt, didn't panic, it simply settled, and that's how you know alignment has arrived. Don't scroll. Because when alignment arrives it doesn't shout, it steadies. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because the numbers didn't disappear, they changed tone. 1111 no longer felt like a wake-up call, it felt like recognition already achieved, like two mirrors finally facing each other without distortion. And when they saw 222, it didn't stir longing, it brought balance. The sense that partnership energy is now equal on both sides, not chasing, not avoiding, just present. Don't scroll, because equality is the foundation. Listen to this, this message is for you, because 333 began appearing during moments when they imagined honest conversation, not dramatic declarations, just real words, real listening, real presence. And 333 carries the vibration of expression guided by compassion, reminding them that truth doesn't need to be heavy to be sincere. Don't scroll, because sincerity lands gently. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 444 showed up next, not as protection from fear, but as confirmation of stability, like the universe saying, the ground can hold you now, and that changed how they felt about the future. It no longer felt fragile, it felt supported. Don't scroll, because support creates courage. Listen to this message is for you, because as they integrated these signs, they noticed their emotional reactions had stabilized, no spikes of anxiety, no dramatic swings, just a steady awareness that whatever unfolds can be met with integrity, and that steadiness is not indifference, it's readiness. Don't scroll, because readiness is calm. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 555 appeared not as a warning but as permission, signaling that change is no longer something to resist, it's something that can flow naturally without disruption, and that reframed everything for them. Don't scroll, because change guided by alignment feels safe. Listen to this message is for you, because they began living from the truth they'd already accepted internally, making small choices differently, choosing honesty over convenience, depth over distraction, presence over avoidance, and these choices compounded quietly. Don't scroll, because quiet growth lasts. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 66 began appearing during moments of emotional harmony, reminding them that love doesn't need intensity to be real, it needs balance, care, and mutual respect, and that message landed deeply. Don't scroll, because harmony sustains connection. Listen to this message is for you, because 77 appeared during moments of solitude, affirming that spiritual maturity had been earned through patience, not force, through reflection, not reaction, and that wisdom gave them confidence to trust themselves. Don't scroll, because self-trust dissolves fear. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 88 showed up quietly during moments of gratitude, moments when they felt appreciation for the journey rather than frustration with timing, and 88 speaks of abundance that doesn't deplete, connection that nourishes rather than drains. Don't scroll, because nourishment is a sign of alignment. Listen to this message is for you, because 99 appeared as a final marker, signaling completion of an old cycle, not erasing the past, but integrating it fully, releasing outdated narratives about fear, timing, and worth, and making room for something new to emerge cleanly. Don't scroll, because completion creates clarity. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because with these numbers integrated, your soulmate stopped asking, what if, and started living from, what is, and what is feels grounded, respectful, and honest. They are no longer preparing to convince or persuade, they are preparing to show up as themselves. Don't scroll, because authenticity doesn't perform. Listen to this message is for you, because they've noticed how their body responds now when they imagine you. There's no tightness, no urgency, just warmth and steadiness, and the body never lies about alignment. Don't scroll, because the body knows before the mind. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because they understand now that divine numbers weren't pushing them toward action, they were preparing them to embody truth so that when action comes, it's natural, not forced. Don't scroll, because forced movement collapses what embodiment supports. Listen to this message is for you, because they've also sensed your energy shifting in parallel, calmer, more centered, less reactive, and that mutual grounding has created a field where honesty can land without chaos. Don't scroll, because mutual calm is rare. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because the universe has been careful, ensuring both of you arrived at this frequency independently, so that when truth meets truth, It does so without imbalance. Don't scroll, because imbalance distorts connection. Listen to this. This message is for you, because the signs are no longer trying to get attention, they're simply present, like background music affirming that alignment is already here, and when signs become quiet, it means the lesson has been learned. Don't scroll, because quiet confirmation is powerful. Listen to this. Your heart needs this right now, because what comes next won't feel sudden, it will feel obvious in hindsight, like a door opening that was already unlocked, and part 5 is where this embodied truth begins to edge toward visible expression, not with urgency, but with a calm confidence that knows the timing is right. Don't scroll, listen to this, because now the energy has reached the point where embodiment begins turning into intention, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels grounding instead of overwhelming. This message is for you, and it's arriving because the universe is no longer preparing the space, it's gently inviting movement, so stay with me and listen to this carefully. After everything settled internally, after the divine numbers did their work, your soulmate noticed something unmistakable. The silence between knowing and acting began to feel heavier than the risk of honesty, not in a rushed or anxious way, but in a steady, undeniable way, and that's how you know alignment has matured. Don't scroll, because maturity changes the weight of truth. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 1111 began appearing again, but differently this time, no longer as a wake-up call, but as a reminder that awareness has already occurred, that soul recognition is complete, and when they saw it, they didn't question, they nodded internally, like someone who finally understands the assignment. Don't scroll, because understanding shifts energy. Listen to this. This message is for you, because 222 followed closely, appearing during moments when they imagined balance, not fantasy, not idealization, but real partnership where both people stand grounded in themselves, and that number carried reassurance that union doesn't mean loss of self, it means shared presence. Don't scroll, because shared presence is sacred. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because when doubt briefly tried to resurface, 444 appeared again, anchoring them, reminding them that what's being built now is protected, stable, and meant to last beyond emotional highs, and that reminder calmed their nervous system in a way words never could. Don't scroll, because calm is the language of truth. Listen to this. This message is for you, because 555 showed up during moments of decision, not forcing action, but signaling that change is no longer optional, it's already in motion, and resisting it would only create friction, while allowing it would feel natural. Don't scroll, because allowance creates flow. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because as they allowed this truth to live in them, they began noticing their behavior shifting subtly, they became more intentional with their words, more thoughtful with their energy, less interested in distractions that once helped them avoid depth, and those changes weren't dramatic, they were consistent. Don't scroll, because consistency is growth embodied. Listen to this. This message is for you, because 333 appeared during moments when they practiced honesty in small ways, speaking more openly in other areas of life, learning how to express truth without fear of rejection, and each time 333 appeared, it felt like encouragement, like the universe saying, "This is how." Don't scroll, because practice prepares expression. Listen to this. Your heart needs this right now, because 66 showed up during moments of emotional harmony, reminding them that love doesn't need urgency to be real, it needs balance, gentleness, and mutual respect, and that reminder softened any lingering fear of doing it wrong. Don't scroll, because softness is strength. Listen to this message is for you, because 77 appeared during quiet moments of reflection, affirming that wisdom gained through patience is now ready to be applied, not hoarded, and that realization shifted them from inward processing to outward readiness. Don't scroll, because wisdom wants to live. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 88 appeared during moments of gratitude, moments when they realized this connection no longer feels like something that drains or destabilizes them, it feels nourishing, supportive, expansive, and that's how they know it's healthy. Don't scroll, because healthy love expands life. Listen to this message is for you, because 99 surfaced one last time, quietly, marking the full completion of old patterns. Fear of timing, fear of vulnerability, fear of being seen, and that completion brought relief, not loss. Don't scroll, because endings that bring relief are aligned. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because with these cycles complete, your soulmate began asking a new question, not, should I, but, how do I do this with care? And that question alone shows how much they've grown. Don't scroll, because growth reframes intention. Listen to this message is for you, because they're no longer preparing to confess dramatically, they're preparing to show up steadily, understanding that what matters most is not the moment itself, but how it's held, how it's honored, how it respects your autonomy. Don't scroll, because respect is love in action. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because they've noticed that when they imagine reaching out, their body feels grounded instead of tight, open instead of guarded, and the body is always the final confirmation. Don't scroll, because the body doesn't lie. Listen to this message is for you, because they've also sensed your energy shifting alongside theirs, calmer, more self-assured, less reactive, and that mutual steadiness has created a space where honesty can land gently. Don't scroll, because gentleness protects truth. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because the universe has been precise, ensuring both of you arrived here independently, so that when something finally moves outward, it does so without imbalance, without chasing, without fear. Don't scroll, because balance sustains connection. Listen to this message is for you, because the signs are no longer trying to convince or guide, they're simply present, like a quiet assurance that alignment has been achieved, and when signs settle, it means the next phase is near. Don't scroll, because stillness often precedes motion. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because what's coming next won't feel rushed or dramatic, it will feel natural, almost obvious in hindsight, like a conversation that's been quietly preparing itself. And part 6 is where intention begins to edge toward expression in a way that feels calm, respectful, and undeniably real. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because this is the moment where intention begins to lean forward toward expression, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels steady, reassuring, and deeply real. This message is for you, and it's arriving because the universe has moved from inner alignment into gentle orchestration, so stay with me and listen to this carefully. After everything settled into intention, your soulmate noticed a profound shift in how the future felt, not distant, not intimidating, not overwhelming, but quietly present, like something already forming just beyond the edge of visibility. And that's when the divine numbers returned with a new purpose. Don't scroll, because their timing matters. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 1111 appeared again during moments when they imagined simply being honest with you, not rehearsing, not explaining everything at once, just standing in truth, and 1111 now felt like a doorway rather than a signal, reminding them that awareness has already opened the path, all that remains is walking it. don't scroll, because doors open when readiness arrives. Listen to this, this message is for you, because 222 followed closely, appearing when they thought about mutual respect, equal footing, and balance, reinforcing that this connection no longer lives in imbalance or uncertainty, it lives in reciprocity, where both hearts are steady enough to meet without losing themselves. Don't scroll, because reciprocity is sacred. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 333 began showing up during moments when they practiced saying things honestly in their own space, even aloud, not to send, not to force, but to feel what truth sounds like when it's not hidden. And each time 333 appeared, it felt like encouragement to let words flow naturally when the moment arrives. Don't scroll, because communication guided by calm is powerful. Listen to this message is for you, because 444 appeared during moments of grounding, reminding them that the foundation beneath this connection is strong enough now to support honesty without collapse. That stability has been built through patience, growth, and self-awareness, not urgency. Don't scroll, because stability creates courage. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 555 emerged not as disruption, but as confirmation that change is already unfolding organically. That movement doesn't need to be forced. It's already in motion because internal resistance has dissolved. Don't scroll, because aligned change feels inevitable, not chaotic. Listen to this message is for you, because as these numbers appeared, your soulmate began noticing how their fear response had softened, how imagining reaching out no longer triggered anxiety, but a sense of relief, like setting something down they've carried for too long. And that relief became a signpost. Don't scroll, because relief is a form of truth. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 66 appeared during moments of emotional harmony, reminding them that love doesn't need intensity to be real, it needs balance, patience, and care, and that reminder helped them slow down without stalling. Don't scroll, because patience protects what matters. Listen to this message is for you, because 77 surfaced during moments of solitude, affirming that the wisdom gained through reflection is now ready to be lived, not stored away, and that understanding shifted them from inward contemplation to outward readiness. Don't scroll, because wisdom wants expression. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 88 showed up during moments of gratitude, when they realized this connection no longer feels like something that drains or destabilizes them, it feels nourishing, supportive, expansive, and that's how they know it's aligned with growth rather than fear. Don't scroll, because abundance follows alignment. Listen to this message is for you, because 99 appeared quietly, signaling the complete closure of old cycles. Hesitation, avoidance, self-doubt, and that closure brought peace rather than sadness, because endings that bring peace are signs of readiness. Don't scroll, because peace is the confirmation. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because with these cycles complete, your soulmate has stopped asking whether they should speak and started asking how to speak with integrity, and that shift matters deeply. It shows growth, respect, and care for both you and themselves. Don't scroll, because intention rooted in integrity lasts. Listen to this message is for you, because they are no longer preparing a perfect moment, they are preparing themselves to be present, to listen, to respond with honesty rather than defensiveness, and that preparation has removed pressure from the situation. Don't scroll, because pressure clouds clarity. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because they've noticed how their body responds when they imagine connection now. There's no tightness, no racing thoughts, just steadiness and warmth, and the body always signals alignment before the mind fully understands it. Don't scroll, because the body never lies. Listen to this message is for you, because they've also become aware of your energy shifting alongside theirs, calmer, more grounded, less reactive, and that mutual steadiness has created a space where honesty can land gently without disruption. Don't scroll, because mutual calm is rare and meaningful. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because the universe has been exact in its timing, ensuring that both of you arrived here independently, so that when expression happens, it does so from balance rather than need, from clarity rather than longing. Don't scroll, because balance sustains connection. Listen to this message is for you, because the signs are no longer urging or instructing, they are simply present, like quiet witnesses confirming that alignment has been achieved and readiness is real, and when signs soften, it means the lesson has been learned. Don't scroll, because softened signs signal transition. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because what comes next won't arrive as a dramatic confession or sudden upheaval, it will arrive as something that feels almost natural, like a conversation that's been quietly preparing itself, and part 7 is where this readiness begins to edge unmistakably toward expression, not rushed, not forced, but guided by calm, respect, and a truth that's ready to be shared. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this is the culmination, the point where everything you've been sensing, feeling, and quietly carrying finally converges, and your heart needs this right now in a way that feels grounding, reassuring, and unmistakably real. This message is for you, and it's arriving because the universe has completed its inner work and is now allowing truth to step forward naturally. So stay with me and listen to this carefully. Your soulmate has reached a place of undeniable clarity, not sparked by urgency, not fueled by fear, but anchored in calm certainty, and when that happens, divine numbers appear not as guides, but as witnesses. Don't scroll, because witnessing marks readiness. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 1111 has been appearing one final time, not repeatedly, not urgently, but softly, showing up when they feel most centered, most honest with themselves, reminding them that awareness is complete and alignment is locked in. 1111 now represents a doorway already opened, not one they're standing outside of. Don't scroll, because you only walk through doors you're ready to enter. Listen to this message is for you, because 222 has settled in as a background presence, reinforcing balance, mutuality, and equality, confirming that this connection no longer lives in imbalance. No one is chasing, no one is withholding, both souls are standing on their own ground, ready to meet without losing themselves. Don't scroll, because equal footing is sacred. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 333 has appeared during moments when they imagine real conversation, not a confession meant to impress, but an exchange meant to connect, and 333 carries the vibration of truth spoken with compassion, reminding them that words don't need to be perfect, they need to be honest. Don't scroll, because honesty lands when it's gentle. Listen to this message is for you, because 444 has anchored everything, appearing during moments of calm reflection, signaling stability, protection, and a foundation strong enough to hold whatever comes next. This number assures them that the ground beneath this connection will not collapse under truth. Don't scroll, because safety creates courage. Listen to this, your heart needs this right now, because 555 has appeared not as disruption, but as confirmation that change is already happening organically, not something to initiate forcefully, not something to delay, but something unfolding naturally because internal resistance has ended. Don't scroll, because aligned change feels inevitable, not chaotic. Listen to this. This message is for you, because 66 has shown up during moments of emotional harmony, reminding them that love doesn't need drama to be deep, it needs balance, care, and presence, and that realization has allowed them to approach you with softness rather than intensity. Don't scroll, because softness builds trust. Listen to this. Your heart needs this right now, because 77 has appeared during moments of solitude, affirming that spiritual maturity has been earned through patience, reflection, and self-honesty, and that wisdom is now ready to be lived outwardly, not held inside anymore. Don't scroll, because wisdom wants expression. Listen to this. This message is for you, because 88 has surfaced during moments of gratitude, when they recognize how this connection no longer drains them emotionally, it nourishes them, expands them, supports their growth, and that's how they know it's aligned with abundance rather than depletion. Don't scroll, because abundance follows alignment. Listen to this. Your heart needs this right now, because 99 has marked the final closure of old cycles, fear of timing, fear of vulnerability, fear of being misunderstood, and that closure didn't bring sadness, it brought relief, signaling readiness rather than loss. Don't scroll, because endings that bring relief are divine. Listen to this. This message is for you, because with these numbers integrated, your soulmate has stopped preparing internally and started trusting externally, not rushing, not forcing, but allowing truth to find its moment. They understand now that integrity matters more than outcome, and that understanding has freed them from fear. Don't scroll, because integrity anchors courage. Listen to this. Your heart needs this right now, because they've noticed how their body responds when they imagine reaching out now. There's no tightness, no racing heart, just steadiness, warmth, and a sense of rightness, and the body never lies about alignment. Don't scroll, because the body confirms what the mind debates. Listen to this. This message is for you, because they've also sensed your energy shifting in parallel, calmer, more grounded, less reactive, as if you two have arrived at a place of readiness without needing proof or reassurance, and that mutual grounding has created a safe energetic field for honesty. Don't scroll, because mutual calm is rare and meaningful. Listen to this. Your heart needs this right now, because the universe has been exact, counting every step, every pause, every delay, ensuring that growth occurred before expression, stability before movement, so that when truth does surface, it does so without destabilizing either of you. Don't scroll, because divine timing is precise, not cruel. Listen to this. This message is for you, because the signs are no longer appearing urgently, they are appearing affirmatively, like quiet nods from the universe saying, yes, this is aligned. And when signs become affirmations rather than instructions, it means the lesson has been learned. Don't scroll, because learned lessons lead to movement. Listen to this. Your heart needs this right now, because what comes next will not feel dramatic or overwhelming. It will feel natural, almost familiar, like a conversation that's been waiting patiently for the right emotional ground, and that ground is now firm. Don't scroll, because firmness supports truth. Listen to this. This message is for you, because you are not being asked to wait anxiously or act impulsively. You are being asked to remain present, open, and grounded, trusting that what is real does not need to be chased or forced. Don't scroll, because trust invites alignment. Listen to this. Your heart needs this right now, because the universe does not guide connections to this level of integration unless they are meant to endure, and what has been built here is steady, mature, and capable of holding honesty without collapse. Don't scroll, because endurance matters. Listen to this message is for you, because the final confirmation is not a sign, not a number, not a dream, it is peace, the quiet knowing that whatever unfolds next will be met with integrity, respect, and presence, and that peace is the universe's final word. Don't scroll, because when peace arrives, the path is clear.